I went to my very first Ravensburger content creator tournament for a Lorcana set. It was freaking awesome! Let's talk about it on this edition of XMarksTheLore. Ahoy there mateys, and welcome to XMarksTheLore. I'm your host as normal, the Exploder, right here, and my lord, have I got a story time for you today. Because I'm not kidding, I was invited out to my very first Content Creator Set Championships, hosted and ran by both Ravensburger and the guys at Brotherhood Games down in London. Shout out to everybody already, but in this video I'm going to be giving you the entire story of the event of the day, and the most important thing, how you can get involved with your local set champs in January 2026 and Whispers in the Well. And if you tune in until the very end of the video, we'll also be finding out what is in here, because at the end of the event, the Ravensburger guys gave us these bags full of Christmas swag, and we're gonna open the swag at the end of the video and find out what we've got. I've had a little peeky, but there are some things in here that are wrapped but I have not seen yet. So without further ado, let's get started with story time. So the event in question took place on the 10th of December at Brotherhood Games in London. But before that event occurs, let's rewind back about a month when I got an email from Ravensburger saying, hey, you're an awesome content creator. We want to work with you and want you to be a part of our partnership program. And I'm like, we get it! We get it! It was crazy how awesome that was. We got things signed up. I got my very first gifts from Ravensburger, which I made a video on. In case you've missed out on it, I'll put a little thingy up on the screen here so that you can check that video out if you so wish. And since then, I've been liaising with Ravensburger themselves, with Emma. Shout out to Emma, by the way. She's a very awesome person. Met her in person at the event. Love you, Emma.
Love me. Love you.
And established at that time, when I first had back contact in November, I was invited to simply visit and come down to the event in December, not to participate, but to at least meet people, get my face out there, maybe play some games after the set championships have been done, and just chill out with some other creators, which I thought was an awesome opportunity. Hell yeah, I said yes to that, and I was really looking forward to it come December 10th. Fast forward quite a bit, we then get to December 9th, the Tuesday before the day was about to happen. It's my day off of work, I'm out on a shopping run, I come back from the shopping run, and after I've come back from the shopping run, sorted everything out, it's about 4 PM in the afternoon. I'm sat on this sofa over here, I've got a drink, I'm chilling out watching TV, and my phone goes off. When my phone goes off, I check my emails. It's from Emma, and Emma emails me saying that someone's had to drop out of the event, which is quite sad. But then she says, would you like to take their spot and participate instead? When you get an offer like that, ladies and gentlemen, you don't sit on your laurels, you set sail and go nuts. So of course I said yes. It wasn't as if I had my bag packed with my mat, my decks, and all my excess bits, just in case. In fairness, I did have it packed just in case, but I had it packed more so I could play games with people after the set champs if there was time and an opportunity to do so. Now I had my bag all prepared to go down there and actually participate in the Content Creator Set Champs. Really awesome opportunity. So of course I said yes. I was mega hyped. I had to tell people about it, and I was looking forward to that Wednesday. Wednesday comes along, I wake up, I get my stuff on, we head down into London and Brotherhood Games. By the way, before I move forward with the event as a whole, huge shout out to Brotherhood Games over in Bermondsey in London. That store is immaculate. It's a beautiful store to enter. The staff are second to none. I think they are just absolutely lovely people. Hosting that they did was next level. The drinks were on them, but they cooked food for us. That chicken katsu, by the way, highly recommend. Really, really nicely done. That filled me up and I was incredibly satisfied. But overall, it's a really beautiful shop. So if you end up over in Bermondsey Way, over in London, go check out the Brotherhood Game guys. And also, say to them that the Expo to send you, so that, you know, you can give me some props. So I arrive at the event, I'm worried that I'm not going to know anybody. Emma sees me, she runs up to me, gives me a big hug and says, "Hey, thank you for coming last minute, hope everything's okay." Gives me the lowdown on the place. I'm ready to go. But little did I know I was actually going to meet people that I've kind of known up until this point. There were two names specifically that I was really looking forward to meet once I saw the list of people involved, which I'll have on screen for you guys. Number one was Cozy Board Games. Now, Cozy does a lot of content talking about cozy board games, ironically, but she's also a publisher of her own games as well. Go check out her socials if you're into that stuff. I have collabed with Cozy before because we first got to know each other when I made a video on TikTok ages ago about a quirky Hey Hey deck I had built. And she took that Hey Hey deck, made a couple of changes, took it to a Creator Set Champs, and beat someone that had a really expensive deck of the time. And that's how we got liaising and chatting to each other, and that was awesome. And because of her, that then inspired me to create the Hey Hey tournament, which you can watch in full over on my other channel. It was awesome to meet Cozy for the very first time. It was also awesome to catch up with an old friend of mine that I hadn't seen or spoken to in so long, and that was Bex. Now, if you don't know who Bex is mostly known for her content involving Fortnite. She live streams Fortnite a heck of a lot, makes a lot of Fortnite content on all of her socials, and is also a brilliant cosplayer. But she has been recently dabbling into the TCG world, starting with Pokemon and now getting into Lorcana with Fabled. And not just was this her first Lorcana event, on top of that, this was her first time actually playing the game, and all she had with her was one of the starter decks. I believe it was the Max and Goofy starter deck from Fabled that she brought with her. So this was her first time really playing the game in any capacity, and what a way to get into the game first time. And we clocked eyes with each other, and it was like, it's like kind of like the Spider-Man meme, when the Spider-Man are just pointing at each other. It was awesome, and we just catch on like a house on fire. It's like as if we never stopped speaking to each other. And I'm very happy to say as well, we've rekindled the friendship, and we're already in talks of doing collabs in the future, and future chill outs. So Bex, shout out to you as well. It was great seeing you. Obviously, not just did I know those two guys, I knew Harlan Sweetie and Ali Sweetie were down there. Nice to meet you guys down there as well. And one person in particular that I was really hyped to finally meet. And I was very upset that my nerves got the better of me because, oh my god, why did my anxiety have to kick in at the worst moment?
Mistakes have been made.
And that was Connor, aka Lorcana Villain. Yes, that's right, I played at a Lorcana event with Lorcana Villain, and there's only like 16 of us in total. Lorcana Villain was there, he had his whole rig set up, he was recording all the games he was participating in, but will most likely be on his YouTube channel by now, so go check out Lorcana Villain on YouTube and check out the matches he's had at the event. You might be able to hear me in the background if you're lucky. My anxiety took the better of me, and it stopped me from shaking his hand, introducing myself properly, and most importantly, getting him involved with doing something very special, which I'll talk about later on in the video. But needless to say, introductions were being done, we were chilling out, announcements were being made, and we were diving in to playing our set championships at Brotherhood Games. So let's dive into the games and let you know how I did. Which wasn't that well, but that's not the point. Let's dive in. Now, first things first, if you're interested in the deck I was running a version of my Horned King Amethyst Steel deck, which I'll put a picture on screen so that you can look at it here, and the entire deck list will also be available on the Discord server if you want to join the most explosive crew on the Azurite Sea and check out the deck for yourself. I really love this deck. I spent a long time working on this deck. I think it's one of the better builds that I've made for it. It's not 100% there, but I think this is nearly there to be as perfect as it can be for Whispers in the Well. I was really confident with it, especially going into a set champs, knowing what decks are currently in the meta right now, and let's get into those games. Now, my very first game was with Kawa Tech. Now, I had never met Kawa before, and this was a whole new experience for me, and I did not realize how great of a game he actually was. Really nice dude as well. Thank you, Kawa, for the first game. And this was a really fun one. Kawa was playing the new deck that's taking meta by storm, which was Amber Amethyst Monstro combo. Now, if you don't know what the Monstro combo is, the Monstro combo involves 4 cards in particular, which is Monstro, the Great Illuminary location in Amethyst, Alanadale in Amber, and We Know the Way, the 3-cost song. And the idea is that on your board, you want Monstro in the Great Illuminary location, and you want Monstro, whilst it's in the Great Illuminary, to be turned sideways so that you can draw cards. And then you discard a card in order to ready Monstro and continue it endlessly until you mill yourself out. And by mill, I mean getting rid of your entire deck. And then once everything has been milled and you're ready to go, you then use We Know the Way to get out your Alanadale for free if you don't have it already out. And then rinse and repeat We Know the Way consistently until you're effectively at infinite lore, which is crazy. I've only ever tried it online. I used to play it as well when it was known as Moby Duck back in Fabled, but now with Whispers in the Well, the deck runs so much smoother. It's a really fun build to try as well. I highly recommend it. Playing against it was really fun, and I think I pushed Kawa harder than he was even expecting me to. The games were really tense, they were back and forth, we were really challenging each other, and Kawa ended up coming out with the win. But my god, those were some great games to get the day started out, and I was looking forward to even more coming up. But little did I know, round 2 was gonna be probably the game I was looking forward to the most. Round 2, as much as I would have loved to actually go against Lorcana villain, sadly was not bad. It was actually against Cozy Board Games, which was freaking awesome. I was hoping I was going to be matched up against Cozy at some time during the day, and it was in round 2. We had a nice bit of banter back and forth. Apparently I am a hater of dogs. Cozy may have footage of me saying that I'm a dog bopper. I would like to say for the record, I am not a dog bopper, I am not a hater of dogs, nor am I a hater of birds.
Puppies!
The comments we had were hilarious. It was a fantastic game between the both of us. Cozy was running a Amber Emerald deck based with Lady and the Tramp, which is still a fantastically built deck, very aggro heavy, goes wide very easily, and is a brilliant deck to play out. Luckily, my deck's built very well to tackle that one, so as much as we had fun in our banter, the games were very much in my favor. I ended up winning that round, which was awesome, but we had a fantastic time playing against each other, and you know what? That's the real win at the end of the day, right? I love the game. Shout out to Cozy. Love you, bud. Hope to play against you again soon. Then for the third game. My third game was against Kimberly Ann. And I've seen Kimberly's stuff before. I was a little bit wary because I know she knows her stuff around her decks also. Of course, I'm being matched up against like the top tier competitors at this event. But I'm ready for it. This is why I play the game as well. I like challenging myself and pushing my quirky decks to the nth degree. And Kimberly Ann was running a very strong Sapphire Steel list that is well known in the meta right now. It runs Vincenzo's and Hades on your top ends, quite a bit of ramp on the bottom ends, and a lot of control options and a lot of big boys to quest big and pretty much intimidate you to crazy levels. And the best thing I can say with this game, not just did I take the game to 3 rounds, which was awesome, but Kimberly Ann may say this as well on her socials if she ever does. Those games consistently involved Calhoun, but too consistently, to a point where there were times where I would have a Calhoun, Kimberly Ann would play something like Hades, put the Calhoun into my Inkwell, my turn, I draw into a Calhoun, and that Calhoun was like the best character option I had at the time, so of course, I just play Calhoun, she has the counter option, next turn, draw a card, oh, Calhoun. That happened in all 3 games. It was crazy. I didn't even want to see Calhoun that often. And Calhoun was still coming out that often. It was nuts.
It's make your mama's proud time.
But we had some really fun games, really tight, really gripping games, especially since the last round, we only had 7 minutes left and we were able to see it to the end. It was a 2-1 victory to Kimberly Ann, but fantastic games, great banter, great laughs. She had a great cardigan as well. Really, really good Christmas Disney cardigan, and matte and matching sleeves from, I believe they were from Japan, which were really awesome to see as well. So shout out to Kimberly Ann. Thank you for round 3. It was a really fantastic time. Then we had a break for lunch. That's when we had our chicken katsu. Shout out to Brotherhood again, because
The food is so delicious here.
I will highly recommend Brotherhood Games anyway, and you check them out. You go there, you play with your buds, you do whatever you want over there. Please order the food. The food is top freaking notch. My lord, I want to actually go there and just eat their menu. I want to eat the menu at Brotherhood Games. And if any of the creators that I did stuff with at this event want to meet up, collab, and do an eat the food session at Brotherhood Games, let's do it. Because, my lord, I'd go there and just eat the whole menu. I could talk about food for the entire video. But no, we broke up for lunch, had some really great banter between everybody, and then after lunch, there was one more round of Swiss before declaring the top 4. My last game was against the scary, the deadly, the absolutely hilarious Ed Templar. Now this was my first time meeting Ed as well, and he's just a really good laugh. Really chill guy, knows his stuff about the game. Completely forgot that he's also done casting events as well, which is something I'm striving towards myself. So it was really awesome to chill out with him, play the game with him as well. And when I was playing against Ed, again, I was against another meta deck. I just seem to be the magnet of meta. What can I say?
Tell Tawny Tim I won't be coming home this Christmas.
So the meta deck I was against that time round was the dreaded Emerald Sapphire Prince Philip Malicious Mean and Scary combo. If you haven't seen that combo before, it involves the 3-drop Prince Philip in Emerald that has Ward. Then it also involves the 9-drop Prince Philip Shift 6 that has the effect that if there are characters with damage counters on them on the opponent's side of the board, you basically just banish anything that has damage counters on them. And then you combine that with the brand new song card from Whispers in the Well, Malicious, Mean and Scary, that puts 1 damage counter onto every single opposing character. And because it puts it and doesn't deal damage, it gets over resist that way, and it gets over ward because you're not choosing, it just blankets everybody. So it's the best board wipe in the game right now, which is fantastic. Now, I had trained against this deck quite a bit. I was ready for that Prince Philip combo. Still didn't help me win. But we had some really fun games again, really engaging banter, hilarious back and forths. It was really nice time chilling out with Ed, playing the game, and he's a really nice guy. Now, I think the mark-out moment against Ed was when there was, I think it was during game 1. There was a moment where he did play out Malicious, Mean and Scary, and the Prince Philip combo was about to drop down on my face, but with the board I had, I was able to take advantage of it. On my board, I had 2 copies of the 1-drop Diablo and 1 copy of Olaf. And I believe I also had on the board a Black Heron as well, the 2-drop. So effectively what happened was, Malicious, Mean and Scary comes down and resolves, putting 1 damage on everybody. Because it puts 1 damage on everybody, Olaf and the 2 Diablos will get banished. When they get banished, their effects go into the bag, so after Malicious, Mean and Scary has fully resolved, it is then my time for my abilities to resolve, which then means both Diablos trigger. I draw a card off of both Diablos, so I effectively draw 2 cards. Then Olaf triggers because he's left play, meaning I can return another character back into my hand. I return the Black Heron into my hand, so yes, the board is still wiped, but I'm plus 2 cards, and my Black Heron is back in my hand and no longer on the field about to get banished, which is a net positive for me. That was a really good play. Didn't help me in the long run, but it was really cool to have that combo play out, and it was really fun. Thank you again, Ed, for those fantastic games. And that was it. Swiss was over. I didn't place high enough to get into the top 4, but that wasn't the point. I wasn't there to compete to get to the number 1 spot. I was there to have fun, meet content creators, just have a fantastic blast. We're chilling out afterwards, we had a nice photo session with everybody, and I got one special thing done. So after all that was done, I went on a bit of a mission, and I went into this event with a plan. I want to make it memorable. I want a memory from that day that I can always look back to and just think this was the moment when magic occurred, basically. So, of course, I take a playmat with me. But not just did I take a playmat, I took a playmat with Sharpies. And when I took this playmat with Sharpies, I asked everybody to sign my mat. Wow! And here we go. So I have the content creators who I played against, who I was there with, sign my mat. Sadly, I didn't get everybody. I did miss a couple of people. And sadly, one of the most important people that I was hoping to get on my mat is not on here, and that's Lorcana Villain. Connor, if you're watching this, keep an eye out for me. I would love to have your signature on this mat in the future, because this mat is going to be my future content creator set champs mat. I'm going to take this to all my content creator set champs in the future, so that if I meet any other fellow content creators, I'm going to get them to sign this mat and make this my number 1 favorite mat. It's a fantastic memory that I'm going to hold dear for the foreseeable future. Just thank everybody for everything. The event, for hosting, for Emma for giving me the opportunity to actually compete at the event and not just come on down and chill out with people. It was such a lovely time. And the most important people that I've got to thank for all this are you guys. Doesn't matter whether you're friends, family, or just people of the community that have been here for a while, or this could even be your very first video. You guys have been incredibly supportive of the content here, on TikTok, on all the places that I've been on. And I've been making content now for the best part of 21 years, starting when I was 13 years old. The last year, I've been working very hard on Lorcana content, and it shows by having opportunities like this. And I wouldn't have opportunities like this at all if it wasn't for you guys just being the amazing people that you are. So genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, this is the start of something truly special. For me, the channel, content moving forward, and without you guys, it just wouldn't have happened. Thank you. Thank you all. And I hope you keep enjoying the content moving forward, you keep supporting the content moving forward, and supporting Lorcana moving forward as well, because if it isn't for you guys not just supporting me, but supporting the game, none of this would be occurring. So, you guys are just legendary. I can't thank you enough, and this is just the start. This is the first of potentially many events, and I'm going to Ghent next year. By the way, I'm going to Ghent next year for LCS in Belgium. Let's do this. I'm taking a mat with me, and we're getting you guys to sign my mat in Ghent. Let's go. So with all that said and done, this has been an amazing time, and what a great time to play the game as a set champs with other fellow content creators. But of course, that was my experience as set champs, and I highly recommend for you go to your set champs, whether this is your 10th if you're this far into Lorcana, or your very first. A set champs is an amazing time to not just meet new players, but also challenge yourself against some of the very best out there. And don't forget, if you go to the set champs, you'll also be able to get your hands on the very special promo card of Daisy Duck. You get one as a participation award, you can get a foil version if you end up in the top 8, and if you're number 1, you do get a chance to get your hands on the champion mat, which is a very awesome thing to take home. Whispers in the Well Set Championships will be taking place at your local game stores starting from January, the first weekend of January, all the way through the month. So keep an eye out at your local game store to make sure when they are hosting their events on the Saturdays and the Sundays in January. Try your luck, go out there and win those cards. And if you are aiming for it, win that mat. But most importantly, have fun. So with all that being said, there's only one other thing to do, and that is to find out what is in my Christmas bag from Ravensburger. Because at the end of the event, Emma gave these out to everyone there that was participating, and this has some very juicy swag. So let's go through it one by one. First things first, I said I needed a new mat for Ghent, and I've got one! It's another copy of the Mickey Mouse playmat that you can get now for yourselves. This is a fantastic mat, if I do say so myself. I find the quality of these newer mats are really good. They're starting to really up their game with these ones. So if you see me in Ghent, this one's going to be empty, which means I need you to sign my mat in Ghent. We're going to be taking this bad boy and christening it. But wait, there's more. In the bag, and I'm not kidding, is a full sealed box of Whispers in the Well. I was not expecting this. I don't think any of the creators there were expecting this. But what I'm going to be doing, keep an eye out on Christmas Day. I'm going to have a very special video on Christmas Day where we are going to be cracking open these packs of Whispers in the Well with a twist. But I'm not going to spoil what the twist is. You're going to have to check that out on Christmas Day or after Christmas Day when that happens. But wow, I don't think any of us were expecting to just get a box of Whispers. That's incredible.
Strike-ola! Yeah, thank you, yes!
But then on top of that, we also get a copy of the Whispers in the Well box, which you could potentially win at your local game store whenever you just go to any of your Lorcana locals as normal. But what's in the box? That's the fun part. There is stuff in the box, and what I have is a copy of the Ruby pin that you can also get from Whispers in the Well locals when you go down there. Now, the quirky thing is, these are the very last pins that are going to be made in the game currently, because after this set, there are no scheduled pins moving forward. So, get a hold of these when you can, because when the next set, Winter Spell, comes out, these are going to spike up in price in the third-party market. But I was not expecting this at all. This is another pin for my collection. Mwah. But wait! There's more. There is also this lore counter, which is very nice. This is going to go in my collection with my other lore counters as well, featuring one of my favorite artworks. But the most fun part is that, of course, the lore counter's artwork is based on the spooky site Enchanted, which I just so happen to have because I pulled it in my pre-order boxes. So now I have the Enchanted card and the lore counter to go with it, and it's one of my favorite Enchanted card artworks from the game in general. So I'm in heaven. This is an awesome little present to have in the box. But wait, there's more. We've got even more in the box, including a bunch of Lorcana stickers. Oh yeah, so I've got a bunch of the Ariel Whisper stickers, even more than I can ever imagine. But there's even more, because I have a copy of every single promo card that you can get in Whispers in the Well right now. We have the promo Elsa. We have the promo of the Horseman Strikes. We have the promo of the Great Illuminary, which is the very scary one used in the Monstro combo, which is very, very shiny. We have promo Zeus, Whisper Zeus, to be specific. I've also known that apparently a couple of people have liked to call him Big Daddy Zeus. Okay. We also have the box topper promo of Scar, which I was not expecting in this collection whatsoever. And looky, 2 copies of the Set Champ promos. This is the promo card you can get your hands on at the event, and I've got 2 copies of it, so you know what that means? I can build a deck! Oh wow, I didn't actually notice. This is even crazier than I thought. I only thought it was 1 copy of every promo. It's 2 copies of every single promo. That's awesome! So, 2 copies of every promo in this little box, as well as the stickers, as well as the ruby pin. We've been spoiled. We have been well and truly spoiled. And I'm putting these back in the box because, wow, that's crazy.
But wait! There's more!
Because that's just the loose stuff in the bag. There's 2 other things in the bag, and these are Christmas wrapped, so I have not unwrapped these. I do not have a single clue as to what they are, but we have a red one, and we have a green one. So what do we think this is? I'm placing a bet that maybe one of these, they don't feel like any of the Lorcana puzzles that you can also get at the moment as well, but maybe this is a lore book, so I can store even more cards? Let's find out, shall we? Let's do a grand reveal. If I can just about manage it. I'm terrible at wrapping and unwrapping presents. No! Oh my god! It is a puzzle! Oh! Look at it! A Nightmare Before Christmas Ravensburger puzzle. 500 pieces. And that's an awesome thing. Is this a premonition? Are they hinting at something? Is this a hint that Nightmare Before Christmas could be coming soon? Ravensburger? Are you dropping hints? I get it though. It's a Christmas present. Kind of like a joint Halloween Christmas movie. I love the movie anyway. This is going to be a fantastic thing to play casually and build by myself or with mates. So thank you very much. This is an awesome little gift. Wow. I wasn't expecting that. I was joking when I thought it was a puzzle. It is! Now we're talking green. So this could be the Lorcana specific puzzle if we're doing puzzle themed stuff. This could be something else. It might not even be Lorcana themed. The other puzzle has now proved these could just be Ravensburger stuff, which I'm not complaining about. I think it's great. You're kidding me! It's... We also get a copy of Disney Villainous Unstoppable. So if you have never played Villainous before, Villainous is a fantastic game done by Ravensburger, where you effectively play as one of many different Disney villains. There are also some amazing expansion packs where you can go into the Marvel universe and Star Wars universe, and effectively, you as a villain have to complete your villainous plan before your opposing villains get their plans, and you screw each other over, you're constantly messing things around. This is such a fun game, and this is the brand new, I guess you could kind of say like a re-release of the original version of Villainous, with the base 4 villains that you can see on the box: Maleficent, Hades, Ursula, and Scar. I highly recommend this game to anyone out there that loves board games and loves Disney. This is so much fun to play. This is so cool. I'm totally playing this at Christmas with my family. This is amazing. I was not expecting this whatsoever. I just thought it was going to be Lorcana stuff. But this is awesome. And I think this actually comes with a Lorcana promo, if I'm not mistaken. I think this has the Little John promo. So, awesome. Thank you, Ravensburger. What a lovely gift. Wow. I'm actually in shock. What the hell? This has been awesome. And I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. A really, really fun time had at the event. I want to shout out a few people. I want to shout out Ravensburger and Emma for inviting me down to the event and actually participating. Without you guys, I just wouldn't have the opportunity anyway, so thank you guys so much. Big shout out over to Brotherhood Games in London. If you are down their way, pop in, give them a heads up, buy a pack or 2, eat their food. Oh my god, please eat their food. Because they were amazing hosts, amazing people that were running that store. Give them a shout if you end up in London. Huge, huge, huge to every single content creator that was down there at the event. I'm going to get my phone out just so I can read out every single one of you. More so that I don't forget. We had Harlan and Ali Sweetie, Bex, Inquiry Chris, Kawatek, Professor Dan, me, Ed Templar, Charlton TCG. We had Jen, we had Kimberly Ann, Lorcana Villain, Matt from Lorcana Player, Cozy Board Games, Stefano. It was awesome meeting all of you, and thank you for signing my mat. And if I didn't get you to sign my map, I would love it if you signed my map the next time round. And before we end the video here, the very last biggest shout out I can make is to each and every one of you. I know I thanked you guys earlier, but I'll do a quickie. Thank you for just supporting me, the content and everything else, because without you, I wouldn't even have a chance to go to any of these events in any capacity. You guys are awesome. thank you so much. I hope you look forward to more content coming soon. I hope you also look forward to playing at your set champs in January. If you have your decks already set up, why don't you let me know in the comments or on my Discord server what decks you are hoping to play at your set championships. And they can be happening from the first weekend in January all the way through the month. So check your LGS, make sure that you've signed up to your set champs, whether you're going to one or all of them, and get ready to play some amazing games with some amazing people and have some true fun times like I have. I'll be seeing you next time on the next video here on the channel. And until then, set sails, weigh anchor, and I'll be seeing you on the next one. This has been truly magical. Like, wow.